On July 18th, 2025, the Department of Justice issued its proposed rules governing the 925C program that permits the restoration of federal firearm rights to those that may be prohibited pursuant to disabilities like being a felon in possession of a firearm. The next stages are this 90-day comment period, which will last until October 2025, during which anybody can submit comments about their opinions of the proposed rules and the regulations contained in them. After which, the Department of Justice will take these comments, they'll read these comments, and then they may make changes to the proposed rules and eventually come up with a final rule set, which they will then publish in the Federal Register, which has to be at least in there for 30 days before they can become law, basically. Many people want to know, well, how long is that going to take? And we already know it's going to be October until the 90-day period is up. It's likely going to be a couple more months until they issue the final rule set. I think that considering that's the holidays, we know that this is not likely really to happen beginning taking applications until January of 2026. So the question then becomes, what can you do now? What if you're prohibited right now from being in possession of a firearm because of 922G federally, yet you want to move forward with an application? What can you do? Well, a lot of things you can do. Right now, we have the rules. We see exactly what the Department of Justice wants in these applications. We can begin compiling the documentation and the things necessary that they are going to be looking at. For instance, they are going to want to see every single police report that is created from every criminal conviction and every criminal case, or even any allegation of any type of assaultive or threatening behavior. They're not going to just look at criminal convictions, and they're not going to take the categorical approach, which means they're not going to just look at the elements that are contained in the statute. They're actually going to look at the individual behavior of every individual for every specific offense. For every criminal conviction prior to a sentence, a pre-sentence investigative report is created. And the Department of Justice is going to want to see every single one of them for every conviction, for every sentence that an individual has undergone. And so obtaining those reports right now is a good idea. Getting your fingerprints. It's going to be necessary to submit at least 2 FBI fingerprint cards. That's something that you can get taken care of. There's the character letters. They're going to require character letters. Individuals that are not family members that are familiar with the applicant well enough to know their reputation and level of dangerousness or lack thereof. Preparing these character letters are going to be important and can be done right now. So there's a lot of things that can be done right now. In our office, we have created an entire protocol in order to get these things together now, in order to get things ready, in order to file them in as early as January of 2026. Filing at that time or whenever is available is going to be important because we know there are going to be hundreds of thousands potentially of applicants all at the beginning, everybody wanting to be the first in line. It's exciting. It's going to be a bit overwhelming for them. There's going to be some hiccups, but it's going to deliver a lot of good to a lot of people, to a lot of individuals that have been for decades prohibited from carrying and possessing firearms. We're going to restore people's civil rights and really make them whole again.